I am really happy to be talking to you, Herbert, today. Could you please introduce yourself and what do you do for business?
Okay, thank you. Well, I'm called Murungi Herbert. I'm from Uganda. I'm an online entrepreneur running several businesses online. My key niche is in writing, especially article content writing, where I do more of writing, like writing CEOs, articles, blog posts, and doing some social media marketing, among others. So I also do academic writing and research. I help some students who have limited time, or maybe those who are not well versed with the subject, so maybe they're lacking language, the language is not good, they're not native speakers, they can't complete their papers in English. I also help them. But my most interest, major interest is in article writing, writing contents, doing marketing for businesses. So I have been doing this kind of business for over 4 years, and now I have vast experience. I do train other youth to join me, and I've trained several, a big number of them. They have started, and I've seen them changing their lives, and it is making me happy that they are also training others, and the network has kept on increasing. So my target is helping more youth, more especially graduates who have the required skills and expertise in certain subjects like marketing or strategic planning, mathematics, physics, and IT to come online and find various job opportunities, because the IT guys have a lot of jobs.
Yeah, that's so interesting, especially in Africa. So the first question is, what is online entrepreneurship?
Yes. Well, online entrepreneurship, I can define it as the business, the ability of an individual to create or find new businesses online. So there are several businesses you can find online, which have never existed, or they might have existed in other countries or other continents like in Europe, but it might not be in Africa. So specifically, if an African comes out and starts a new business which has never existed in Africa, it can be online. But it is an opportunity of starting completely something which has never existed even in Europe or America.
Yeah, very interesting. Like, okay, how feasible or how successful can businesses be online in Uganda?
Well, Uganda is still an underdeveloped country, and it is developing. There are high chances of businesses becoming successful online, since now people are adopting online marketing, online shopping, and stuff. I myself, I rarely go to town to do shopping. I just do orders online. And I have found that this is an opportunity we need to maximize. We need to exploit before others join in. So I'm planning to expand, to start up a new company and expand it, while targeting online businesses, more especially marketing for businesses which are still physical and they have no presence online. So I'm optimistic that if anyone who thinks of starting an online business in Uganda, it will flourish, because I've done some research surveys, and I found out that people who have tried to do marketing online, for example, posting what they're selling on their social media pages, maybe Facebook pages, Twitter, they have received a significant number of clients in the shortest time possible, because people will keep on asking about the prices, specification, where can we find you, or how can we pick such products.
How much or how many opportunities can the internet open for the African youth?
There are millions of opportunities that can be opened by African youth, or which can be found by African youth online. These are unlimited. It depends, or it is all about your efforts, our efforts, open to learning and hard work, research, and the skills we gain. But when it comes to skills, it is something which is adjustable. You can learn what you don't know. It isn't that whatever we are doing, we knew it from birth, the time of birth, but we just learned and we keep on learning. So I call upon the youth to come and join us. There is no limited opportunities, there are very many.
Yeah, that's a very good point. What is the relationship between lack of information regarding opportunities and unemployment?
According to me, I find a positive relationship. between lack of information and unemployment. Most of the youth, I studied economics. Most of the things we studied in class are causes of unemployment. I find them more theoretical than what is the reality on the ground. I find the reality on the ground that most of the youth are suffering the problem of unemployment because they lack information about the existing opportunities which can help them engage in income earning activities. Now, I take an example. Most of the people have tried to train online writing, article writing, or academic writing. I find when they are blue, they don't know anything about that one. So you start them from green, they don't know anything, you train them until they get everything. So it implies that if the many youth are sensitized about the existing online opportunities and trained, they can take up and solve the problem of unemployment. But as long as the youth remain ignorant about such opportunities, the problem of unemployment is bound to still to remain in the society and may not be solved easily.
Herbert? Okay, like where is the responsibility or what can be done to raise the youth's awareness of opportunities? Like, do they need more advertisement? Do they need like a specific portal on the internet to find the jobs?
Well, a lot has to be done to sensitize the youth about the existing opportunities. According to me, the most important thing is trying to change the education system of Uganda, maybe Africa in particular, to make it more practical than being theoretical. And another thing is working hard to change the mindset of the youth, because most of the people we graduated with, they have a mindset of finding jobs in offices or already established companies. They don't think of starting their own jobs. So however much that one can be done, but also some of them they lack really training. But that one comes with a practical education than more theoretical. So we graduate with students who don't know computer. They don't know anything about computer, and they're university graduates. It's quite a shaming, but it exists. Someone goes in the field, he starts learning computer from there. So the education system should change and look at more practical education system than the theoretical one. I think that is the best which can change even the mindset of the youth.
Let's go to an important question. What is a negative mindset and why is it rampant between the young people in Africa?
Negative mindset, it is that thinking someone has or a group of individuals about bad in everything which comes. So a negative mindset forces someone to look at opportunity as a problem. And the opposite of that is a positive mindset is when someone starts looking at problems as opportunities. This problem is rampant in Africa because of the society we stay in. Sometimes we take long to adapt to changes. And of course, the people we associate with also determine the way we think. Some people really associate with illiterate people who cannot advise them on the modern trends like internet businesses. So even if you tell them about something that you can work with someone in Cairo, when you're in Uganda, someone will say, no, that one can't be possible. How will they pay you? That's the reality, but for them, they don't want to accept. And then the second thing is in Africa, sometimes we are being spoiled by the outdated professors who teach us in university. So you find some of them, they are using the content of 1970s to teach the people in the 21st century, which is sometimes, which leaves us lagging behind. Have you ever experienced that when the professor teaches you to go and find a job, they teach us to write good CVs, but they don't teach us how to start fight for our own and find new opportunities. But generally speaking, I would talk about the mindset, the major cause of the mindset as the nature of the people we live with and who advise us. And probably if you associate with people who are not open-minded, then your mind is more likely to be closed.
Let me ask you this question, like, we are speaking about the negative mindset. Is the negative mindset mainly about being in Africa, or is it about the people who are in Africa?
I don't think that it is about being in Africa because we have some people who are in Africa who are open-minded. Like I myself, I believe to be open-minded. So I'm ever open to learning. So I think it depends on the nature of a person, he himself, and even the environment where he grows in. Right from the start, when we are born, we are raised from different environments. So the situations we go through sometimes they dictate how we behave at the mature ages. And then also the people surrounding us, like the schools where we study from, the nature of teachers, they play a big role in encouraging us either to start businesses or wait to write CVs and get jobs. So I think even in other parts of the country, there are people who have negative mindsets. Sorry, not part of the country, but part of the world, there are people who have negative mindsets. And I think that's why not everyone is an entrepreneur. And, and then we still have poor people even in developed countries who are poorer than the ones in Africa.
Let's go to the opposite side. How to sensitize young people?
Yes, that is a big task. I think governments have also done less to sensitize the young people in these developing countries, and that's why we still have the high cases of unemployment in Africa specifically. But there are various activities that can be done to sensitize the youth about existing entrepreneurship opportunities which can help them curb the problem of unemployment. One, I would suggest sensitization through colleges and universities where they are studying by organizing seminars and maybe professional talks. They hire or they ask sometime from professionals or more especially successful entrepreneurs to go and talk to them, encourage them, make them gain some confidence that they can do something on their own after campus. Then another one can be through training. It can be through using social media or other mass media platforms like Facebook, televisions, and stuff to create awareness about the existence of various online opportunities which can help them transform their lifestyles.
What kind of training is required?
The kind of training, it is a practical one, depending on the business someone is much interested in. But then to start an online business, you need really good training, which should be comprehensive because it is not something which is gambling that you try your luck and get out or maybe you succeed. So you need the thorough training from successful people, people who have done it from a practical perspective, to give you a lead, to give you a hand so to tell you the risks and other opportunities associated with the online businesses. But for me, I look at it that should be in a practical perspective than the theoretical one. However, the theory is relevant somewhere to guide someone know the concepts and some definitions of other stuffs depending on the business you're going to do. But someone should be given a practical training on how to do the real work because they have done the theoretical training in the universities. So the practical one can lead them to the field.
Let me ask you another question here. Like, what kind of personal development or character change do the African youth need?
There's a lot African youth we need that we need a lot to change our lifestyles, or maybe if we are to sort of tackle the problems which are facing our communities. First of all, we really need to change the way we think. We need to change our behaviors towards the other people or new opportunities. We need to become so ethical. You know, most of Africans, when we are doing businesses, sometimes we tend not to be ethical. We tend to scam people. We tend to look short. We don't look far. So when someone gives you money and say, "Can you complete this thing?" Maybe someone is from America or someone is from a different country. You think that that person can't see me, then you just pocket the money and keep quiet. Don't complete the work. So we need a lot to change, and we need to be far looking instead of looking on the short term gains other than the long-term gains which can make us successful in whatever we are doing.
Very nice. How to overcome the negative mindset?
Yes, overcoming a negative mindset is easy or difficult depending on an individual person or someone who is helping you to overcome it. However, anyone who is an open mind can easily overcome a negative mindset. But this can be done through training, sensitizing these youth, fellow youth, telling them the available opportunities, or maybe telling them the pros and cons of certain things they are thinking, or and other really other things. But most importantly is associating with people who have succeeded so that they can give us the lead, because they are the ones who will tell us that you were thinking that this can't work, but it can work. And then you can open slowly and say, now if Herbert has tried this one, then I can also try it. So someone who was biased about internet businesses on internet, when he finds someone who has succeeded on them, and then he's telling him or guiding her, she can open up and say, no, let me give it a trial. So that one can also help. So in summary, I would say associating with people who have succeeded can be the best solution of overcoming mindset. And also changing the education system really from a theoretical perspective to a practical perspective to make things look really doable to the students or the youth.
Yeah. So let me go back to the online businesses. What are the requirements to start an online business?
Yes, online businesses, there are different online businesses and they require various requirements. So really want to start. Someone who would like to start, uh, someone who would like to start article writing doesn't need a lot in terms of requirements. They will need a bit of computer, stable internet, and power connection. And then if you have got those on that is the start, then you get someone who has succeeded in the business for long, or I mean someone who has been writing for quite some years and has significant experience, who can give you the training and help you find better paying jobs. But then when it comes to e-commerce, there's a lot which is needed. First of all, you need a store where you'll be having your stuff, products which you are selling. You need a website. You need social media handles which can help you in marketing. You need you need you may also need a transport system because they may require you to do delivery depending on the location. So I don't think that it is very hard for someone to start an online business. The requirements are not so strict like these big companies. Because the easiest one would be writing. I can give you experience from writing because I've been doing it for quite some long time. You need only training. You need a computer. It can be a laptop, can be a desktop. You need internet, which is not so expensive because I've tested it. It cannot be an excuse, and power.
So let me ask you a question that may come to the minds of young people. What are the risks of online business?
Yes, any business has risks, either it is online or not online. But however, online businesses pose more risks than other businesses because you are dealing with the customers you don't know. You don't know whether they stay, you don't know their credit status, you don't know everything. But of course, like we are taking risks as people who are working, but also the customers are also taking risks to assign us their duties or assignments or their orders. Yet they don't know us. Maybe they may not know our locations. More especially those people who are operating from home and they don't have websites. But there are very many risks people who are intending to start online businesses are likely to face or are facing. The first risk is fraudster. There are many scammers online. So some people pretend as if they are genuine. They give you the business. After delivering, they disappear. And also we have a problem of hackers. They tend to hack the websites and steal the sensitive information. And then also the issue of copyrights. Sometimes we write articles and they are stolen by other people and they use to develop their content or maybe earn from them without us earning. Another risk is online business keeps on fluctuating. Sometimes it is not consistent. depending on the existing conditions. Now, like this case of COVID-19, this is something people didn't expect to happen. However, it has helped some of the online businesses to boom, but others have collapsed. Now, like people who have been in writing, you find that the volume, the tons of work have reduced significantly because some companies have closed or some schools have closed, those who have been doing research for students or tutoring students. So until they open and give us a clear program about the academic calendars. So there are many other risks which are associated with the business, online businesses, but some are really specific to certain businesses, not general to all, but I've tried to give the general risks.
Let me ask you this question. When can young people in Africa focus on the long-term benefit, not the short-term benefit?
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
I think the right time is today. It should have been yesterday because development cannot wait for people who are slow. So those who think that things are still done the way they were in the 15th century, things have completely changed. So I would urge young Africans, fellow youth, to embrace change now because they are already late. If they haven't started, there are many people who have already started. I have met several youth online who are really earning from their talent and they are graduates, and others have studied well. They are even having PhDs. So even those ones who have trained me and mentored me, their fellow youth, they have been there. So sometimes I feel guilty that I found these opportunities late. But I don't accuse myself. I grew up from up country. So by the time I came to the city, it was an opportunity that I got access to such guys, and I opened up very fast to learn these opportunities. So, fellow youth, I urge you to open up today and start embracing online businesses because this is the way to go.
Perfect. What are the prospects or the future prospects of online business?
Yes, the
Yeah.
future prospect, the online business is promising. It's really promising and it is growing every day. Now you see, earlier, I think those were centuries before I was born, but as we keep on reading from books of history, internet wasn't used like how it is used at this time. When you look at Facebook, you find there are more millions, around 4 or 3 something millions of people using Facebook at this day today. All these people are looking for information on Facebook. They are looking for businesses on Facebook. We are seeing new websites starting up. We are seeing now various features on Google starting up. New search engines are coming up. New online stores are coming up. So, and even electronic gadgets are coming up. Now, when I take a case of Uganda. By the time I was born in 1995, at our village, you could only find one person with a phone. But now, almost even the kid of P1 has a phone. And on top of that, the illiteracy levels have reduced. Many people have went to school, they have attended formal education, they can read, they can write. So if those people have formal education, they can read English, speak English, and write it, meaning they are willing to embrace digital businesses. So they can start making orders. I myself have done that. So online businesses, online business and other related stuff online, it is growing and growing and there's no setback. I don't see it falling because innovations keep on coming and innovations. New platforms are coming. You see WhatsApp coming with the new features like WhatsApp for business to encourage businesses. So people are doing marketing on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Yeah, that's interesting. What are the available opportunities for business in Africa?
Well, Africa up to now is still underexploited. When the Europeans came to colonize us, I think they were rusty back before they had exploited everything. So I think there are very many business opportunities. So someone who fails to start a business is someone who is not creative sometimes or maybe not analytical. But whenever you wake up and walk in the city or maybe walk up country or drive or go for a tour, you will always find various business opportunities. Now, the case of Uganda, what you find in the city, you don't find it up country. Or what you find up country, you don't find it in the city. Now, for example, up country, they do a lot of farming, but in the city, there is no land for farming. So someone who has embraced digital businesses or marketing, it can act as a broker just to connect the people up country, the products where from the places of surplus to the places of scarcity, which can help him or her to earn a commission. So there are very, and other aspects. Now we find like this case of COVID-19, schools have closed, universities have closed. So there are teachers, people who can do good teaching of students. They can start up online platforms for teaching students, which can help them harvest some good money. And many others. Now even the country when it is not in touch, transport becomes expensive. So something sold in the city may not be urgently got by someone who is in the village who will have to travel to the city, then buy it, go back. It is quite expensive. So someone who has a business in the city can start an online store and do the delivery on long buses, or can get a vehicle which can do that, that can help him to earn long-term customers as well as keep on growing his sales and the business as at large.
What else would you like to say?
I would like to encourage fellow youth to embrace digital era and its advantages. They should open up their minds. They shouldn't think like people who were born in 15, say in the 15th century. We should accept that change has come and we really have to go with it. And of course, if we fail to embrace it, it will change us. There's no way to go because you are seeing that in other countries, they are still debating whether to start online teaching or not. And you see how the development is coming. So we have seen many people doing their masters, their undergraduate and PhDs from Europe, America, Asia, and the other countries. So this is something we cannot fail. And then we have to tap the opportunities before they are really taken. Like I had said earlier, that Africa is still unexploited. So if we are critical enough, we can utilize such opportunities and get up and really we can succeed and become the Mark Zuckerberg. We can become the Bezos. We can become the Bill Gates. It's all about believing in ourselves.
That has been insightful and informative. Thank you so much, Herbert, indeed, for your time and help.
You're welcome.